Hi, readers. Yesterday, we talked about how powerful readers choose books that are just right so that they can really understand and learn from the book. Today, I'm going to teach you another way that readers really learn and get the most from their reading. In Writer's Workshop, we start with an idea, then make a draft, and then we go and revise to figure out what more we want to write about. Did you know that we do that same thing when we're reading? In reading, we also revise. From the minute you start reading, you make a prediction about what you might read about, how the book might go. And then as you read, the words on the page let you know if you need to reshape or change what you were thinking. So today, readers, I want to teach you that nonfiction readers are always thinking, how will this part go? What will I learn about next? They imagine how the text might go based on what the book has been about so far, as well as their knowledge about the topic and about how nonfiction typically goes. Then, as they read, they say, yes, I was right, or, oh, it actually went different than I was expecting. So, great nonfiction readers often have expectations or predictions about how each part of the text will go and what it will be about. Remember, as fiction readers, we do the same thing. So when I think about our beastly tales, prior to this lesson, we started thinking about the topic of this book and what we thought the book was going to be about. We looked at the cover, we opened it up and read a couple pages to discover what it was going to be about. Teach us about stories about people who had unexplained encounters with strange creatures. We even read the introduction together and the first few pages of Loch Ness Monster. If I look at those, and we did some great stop and jots as well, right? So hey, those were the pages that we looked at together, right? Okay. So now, readers, as I read, I'll stop from time to time to predict the big subject to come and how it will go, and then I'll read on to see if I was right. If not, I'll revise my thinking. In other words, I'll think, what might this part be about? How might it go? Then I will read on to see if what I read fits my expectation. So we're going to be checking back in with our predictions and thinking, was I accurate or is it different than I expected? There it goes. I'll show you what I mean as I read this section. Each section of the book is meant to teach readers about something. So as we read it, think about what it is about and how it will go. Ready? Okay. First, just glancing at these two pages, it looks like it's going to be talking about some sightings that they had and maybe those first encounters, right? So that's kind of my prediction of what I think might be on these pages. One of the earliest known sightings was made more than 1,400 years ago by Saint Columba, a traveling Irish holy man. Ooh, it looks like my prediction was true. So far, it's about that first sighting of the monster. Let's read on. Legend tells how in 565 AD, the saint saw a water monster attack a swimmer in Loch Ness. When the saint ordered it to leave the swimmer alone, the monster retreated immediately. The Loch Ness Monster first became famous in 1933 after a road was built around the steep sides of the Loch Ness Valley. Tourists could now explore this remote area for the first time. It was not long before reports of monster sightings began appearing in newspapers all across the world. Oh, wait a second. Page 13 wasn't just about those first encounters, right? It's also talking about how it became famous. So we made a prediction, we read on, and hey, part of it confirmed our prediction, but then another part we had to kind of revise that prediction a little bit, right? And I was reading flexibly so that I could take in all of that information. So it's going to be your turn to give this a try. We're going to read on and see what it is. So I want you to make a prediction of what do you think we're going to read about in this section. All right, I want you to take a minute or two to read through pages 14 and 15 here to see were you right with your prediction or did you need to do some revisions? All right, after you read those 2 pages, do you want to change your prediction? What details can you find to explain why you might want to do that? Maybe you said to yourself, I predicted that blank, but now I see blank. I know this because it says. So go ahead and let me know what you're thinking. All right, so today, readers, as you are reading your books today, I want you to stop after the first few pages and ask yourself, what do I think about this? What this book will talk about next? Make a prediction. Then, as you move along, think, was I right with what I thought, or is it different than I thought? Do I need to revise my prediction? Remember also to draw from all the strategies we've already learned across this unit so far. So, readers, remember that you are choosing to be fascinated, right? Thinking, wow, I never knew this, or this is weird. Why? I'm going to read intensely, thinking, noticing those details. What is it doing for our learning? Making sure that book we chose was just right, where we can read to learn. And then today, adding in making those predictions, reading flexibly, and checking in. Was I right or is it different? All right, go ahead and find your nonfiction book, spend the next 30 minutes reading, and then fill out the form with your stop and chats.